Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about 3 socially unintelligent favors to ask for in your 30s. People will let it go when you're in your 20s, but by the time you hit your 30s, you should be a little bit more established. You should be making more money. You should be carrying yourself in a way where you are making money. You're not a broke college student anymore, and it's time that you stop acting like one. Therefore, the first socially unintelligent thing to ask for in your 30s is to ask for help moving. Whenever you're moving, you should not be hitting up your friends and being like, hey, bro, can you help me move this Saturday? And you gather 5 of your friends who are also in their 30s to help you move. I mean, think about it. They have other things to do. At this point, they may be married. They may have kids. They obviously have a job. And you're telling me that on their precious Saturday, they're supposed to dedicate it to helping you move? It's one thing if they're helping you move a couch and that's it. But you're telling me they're supposed to help you move everything from your apartment to your new house? No, that is not smart. And the thing is, if you ask them for that favor and they politely say no, the mere fact that you ask them makes you think, well, what kind of friends do I have? Friends that don't even help me move when I need them to. When you ask for silly favors and other people say no, instead of blaming yourself, you often blame them. This is not a smart thing to do. Rather than asking your friends to help you move, hire a moving company. In your 30s, you should be making some money. And if you are making money, it's roughly $120 per hour. So a typical move will take roughly $540. I'm at the point in my life where if I'm in my 30s and my friend is also in his 30s, and for whatever reason, he asks me to help him move, the first thing I say is no. And then the second thing I do is I evaluate them. Are you really my friend or are you an acquaintance? If you're an acquaintance, it's a simple no and I go about my day. But if you're my friend, I will say, I will not help you move, but here's what I will do. I will give you $100 out of my own pocket to invest in your moving service. Trust me, bro. You definitely want to hire a moving service. You do it one time and you will never go back. Do not ask people to help you move, especially once you hit your 30s. In your 20s, this whole advice is meaningless because in your 20s, I mean, you guys don't have that much money. The cheese pizza reward at the end of the move session is high incentive for a college student. But for a 30-year-old, it is simply not worth it. Avoid it. The second favor to avoid is to stop asking people to stay at their place once you visit them. And when I say visit them, you're not really visiting them, you're visiting their area. So if you're going to Houston, for example, and your friends live in Houston, and you're in your 30s, you want to avoid asking to crash on their couch. You're a grown man. Volunteer to get a hotel. The only exception to this is if they will get offended if you stay in a hotel. And you will know that they will get offended if they use language like, bro, you better not even think about crashing in a hotel. No, seriously, I will be offended if you crash in a hotel while you're in Houston. This is my city. Chances are this person is well equipped to host people, and chances are this person has a house, not a tiny apartment. I recall earlier this year, I was living in a 700 square foot apartment and one of my old school friends hits me up. And initially we're talking and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, dude, I'm coming to Tampa. Cool, man. How long are you staying for? He's like, I don't know, man. However long you let me stay at your place, Armani. Okay, I mean, yeah, like how long are you actually staying for? And he keeps dropping these little hints on how he wants to stay at my place. Weird, because his family also stays in Tampa. I'm thinking that he's going to stay with his family. And then he starts saying, yeah, dude, me and my family, we're just not talking right now, man. I mean, luckily I have friends like you to stay with. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this guy really wants to stay with me. I live in a 700 square foot apartment in downtown Tampa. I don't have time or even the setup to let this guy stay with me. I'm really hoping he doesn't directly bring it up. I'm thinking that this is all a joke. Until one day he directly asks me, Armani, can I stay with you? I said, yes, dude. I mean, I guess you can. I mean, I guess you could crash on my couch. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, dude, you are 33 years old. You can't spend $70 a night in a hotel. What is wrong with you? I didn't say, bro, if you don't crash with me, then I'm going to be offended. And since I didn't say that, he should automatically assume that I don't want him to stay with me. So it's really socially unintelligent to ask people to crash on their couch if they did not offer in your 30s. And the third favor you want to stay away from is to volunteer other people's time for them. Be like, do me one, bro. I recall there were a couple of times where people, my friends would hit me up, be like, yo, dude, I really like what you're doing with ArmaniTalks. Like you help people with public speaking and their nerves, right? I said, yes, I do. And then they say, oh yeah, dude, by the way, I have a little cousin who's really nervous about giving a speech. You just mind talking to him for a few? Now in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, dude, I mean, this is actually known as a consulting fee. But I mean, the way that you're framing it, it seems like you're asking me to do you a favor or whatever. I will. So eventually the cousin calls me and this guy is panicking. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is not going to be a quick 10-minute call. This is going to take up at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half of my time. I pretty much have to go delve into this guy's psychology on why he's so nervous, how he's going to structure a speech, how he's going to prep. And it's not even that. It's like, after I have this call, I'm supposed to follow up with him on a typical consulting practice. I'm not trying to consult this kid, but I don't want to leave this kid hanging. And since my friend volunteered my time away for me like that, now his problem suddenly became my problem. Whenever you volunteer other people's time, it's not just that simple time that you're volunteering away. In the real world, there's a thing called cascading effects, and you are creating cascading effects in their life. This is not the smart thing to do, especially if your friend gets paid from their advice. Avoid volunteering their time away. So these are three advices that I want to give you in your 30s. Avoid asking for these three favors. Stop asking people to help you move. Stop trying to crash on other people's couches, and stop volunteering other people's time away for them. Don't do this in your 30s. People are very forgiving when you do something like this in your 20s, but by your 30s, you should know better. You should have this inherent maturity to you where you understand the value of time, you respect other people's time, and you're not trying to waste it. Avoid these three favors at all costs. If you enjoyed today's talk and you want to get more insights like this into communication skills, be sure to sign up for the ArmaniTalks free daily newsletter. Within this newsletter, you'll learn much more about public speaking, social skills, social norms, and much more. Join the tribe by going on ArmaniTalks.com/newsletter. Sign up today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will catch you next time.